Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Sister Winnie, and I hope that I'm not mistaken, but it is a long overdue time for me to be featuring this channel. I thought I had done it before, and I went back to look at the archives. And Sister Winnie has been somebody who obviously is going to inspire us in a spiritual way, but she's somebody that supports on all of my channels. She's unbelievably supportive here in Tuber Chat and has been for as long as I can remember. I'd be mistaken if I said it was a year, probably a year and a half, could be as long as 2 years. She is constantly out supporting other creators all the time. I run into her over and over and over again in other people's premieres and live streams. And she now has over 1,400 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 1,500 she's going to be thinking about. I just wanted to make sure that we featured this channel because, like I said, it's so long overdue, and I've seen her again and again and again. But I hope everybody will connect with this creator because the support that we have gotten back here in the Tuber Chat family from Sister Winnie is truly overwhelming. I feature a channel every single day based on impact and generosity that I see within the community. I do that across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos, as you have seen. And I do that so that you have the opportunity to literally meet hundreds of loyal and dedicated supporters, even when we're not live streaming. We can see that Sister Winnie's put out some shorts. They happen to be doing something right now where they've got a lot of flight videos, pardon me, and a lot of live streaming as well. But more than anything else, like I said, they're going to inspire us in a spiritual way, and the content on the channel kind of reflects that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sister Winnie, and thank you everybody for coming in early. I know we've got a couple of brand new channels in the chat, so if you're here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is in the house. I'm just getting them onto the wheel because they happen to be a member, along with Jedi Cameron. And I've got quite a full wheel already. I see To Be Irish Live is coming in. I'm going to get them on there as well. Scratchin PPA, of course, is in the pole position. He is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in the last 5.5 years on YouTube, and he is a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, who has also here as a member, or sorry, a beloved and dedicated moderator. Michael's Adventures will send his regards. He is another beloved and dedicated moderator who does more for others than most I've seen. He lives wholeheartedly with the idea of giving much more than he expects to receive, and that includes offline as well as especially here on YouTube. But he just is not here to a work schedule. We'll likely see him again on the weekend or soon. I've got quite a full wheel, like I was saying. AnnMarie Love XX is there. Cool Gamers in the house. I see them out supporting people all the time as well. The Bud Files is here with us every day, as is just Jason Keto and Lisa J. Stocks now. Home Bartending with John is also in the house, and he just dropped a highlighted milestone message, so thank you for that. You see, those highlighted milestone messages are a free bonus for anybody who's a member on a channel where they are enabled, and they fly through the chat like a super chat, but they are highlighted green for the members, so it's really cool. You'll also notice that it knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss, which is the little widget under my camera here. It looks like a video game life meter. The last person to knock that out takes over and gets some extra exposure for a while. I see Dutchfly61 has come into the house. I got To Be Irish Live up on the screen already. And we're moving a little bit faster today already than usual. Ocean to Ocean Travels here for the first time. So thank you for coming in, and thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, your channel will be put up next before I continue spinning the wheel. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But the wheel and the screen are open to everyone. So whether you haven't been here many times before, or if today is your first time with Tuber Chat, it is open to everyone. It takes a very long time to get onto the wheel or the screen, but after a period of time I will go into my chat list and grab a couple of names of people who've been most active. It's much more about how much you're conversating with other people here than it is about time spent. And the biggest hint I can give everybody is your best success will come from making the first move, reaching out to other creators, supporting them in all the ways you wish they would for you, coming back here to let them know you've done that, and they will turn around and do the same thing. So, as I said, our instructions are always in our video description. I have also got Baron on the wheel. Mama 4 Boys is here. They're out everywhere supporting everybody all the time. Shark Gaming Squad with Jory's in the house. Mike and Rheanna Family Vlogs will be interested in swapping playlists, and anybody that's willing to do that can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Wayne's World Unlimited, thank you for coming in again, and thank you for a super chat. I really do appreciate that. There's a little birthday cake on that super sticker. The next birthday that I know of that's coming up is next week. It's only 8 days from now. Scratchin PPA will be celebrating his birthday, and I know a lot of people will be looking forward to wishing him well, so we'll look forward to that next week. But Wayne's World Unlimited will be up right after Ocean to Ocean Travel. I've also got Susan A on the wheel with the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. Baron is there, and I will add some more members as we need them. But I'm going to see who else is with us right now, and then we're going to talk about To Be Irish Live. Asian Islam, good to see you in the house. Oh, sorry, Asan Islam, good to see you here. Backlash Fisherman, good to have you in the house. Chumda Beloved is here for the first time. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and please correct me if I'm mistaken. I'd love to promote your channel properly when you're here. Lisby Journey's in the house. Nurse on the Run is back with us. Our New Land is here, and Scrow's Nest, I see them out supporting people all the time as well. The Fix-It Lady seems to be everywhere all the time, and the Life of Sweet Angel Christina, it's good to have you back. Virtual Shopkeeper, good to see you here. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Little Ridge Farm is here, and they're out supporting others all the time as well. I'm just going to get them onto the wheel right now because they happen also to be a member. And the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is dropping a super chat again. They've done that countless times. That's Susan, and she is a wonderful, kind-hearted person that will inspire us in a spiritual way, first of all, but then educate us on all things homesteading when we get to their ranching channel. Old Man King Homestead, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then Cruising is Fun Anytime, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in as well. A lot of cruising channels are really working up quite a storm with their communities. I was in Warmstrong Adventures yesterday and with Sea Lake Journeys early this morning. Betty J. Gathers is another kind-hearted creator who's just a powerhouse of energy and positivity, and she's got quite a friendship going, it looks like, with Warmstrong Adventures. It's a heartwarming thing for me to see creators building friendships with each other. That's really what we're here for. And the cruising community is really doing a great job of supporting each other, but Warmstrong Adventures gave us a wonderful shout out last night. I happened to be in the chat for a little while, and he was talking about the community, how it's grown, and I'm always happy to see a lot of creators starting to build their own communities. And most of us here, if not everybody, are all willing to help each other gain more friends and family members on each other's channels, which is wonderful to see as well. So we'd love to grow and grow and grow. I certainly want you to be growing your channels even when I'm not here. Yes, and the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, you're right, Warmstrong Adventures has passed 1K. And then To Be Irish Live is here. This is a channel that's with us almost every single day since finding us. This is 212 subscribers that they're working on right now. To Be Irish Live is definitely somebody who's a loyal and dedicated supporter, to say the least, because like I said, they're here all the time and I see them out supporting others. You've got quite a bit of information on their About page that I will let you go through. Now, they talk about randomly scheduling streams and things when they can, but you can see they've got videos as well as shorts on their channel. Some of those are starting to move a little bit as well, which is great. And then a lot of live streaming here, actually, and they're doing that frequently. It looks like now, again, it might be a couple times a week, and posting videos frequently also for us. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. And like I said, they're here with us frequently. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Actually, my mistake, forgive me. Home Bartending with John is going to come up in a couple of minutes. We've got a couple of channels to put up first. Once in a while I do that, and I promise you I make as many mistakes as anybody. Scratchin PPA usually has to catch them all here. But Home Bartending with John will be the first channel that I look at after our Super Chatter. So Ocean to Ocean Travel dropped a Super Chat earlier. We'll put them on the screen right now, and they're here for the first time. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest Carnival Vista video. I'm going to put this in my Watch Later list, and what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my Watch Later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have my notification bell on here as well so you don't miss our further live streams. And we're here about every other day, 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Thank you again for that Super Chat. I'm looking forward to getting to know your channel. I was very lucky. I happen to be in Canada, and it's not as common here to find people who've worked on cruise ships, but I got the opportunity to work for Celebrity one summer, a long time ago, on a decommissioned ship now called the MV Zenith, and it was the sister ship to the Horizon. But I'm always excited to see cruising content because, you know, it's something I've been lucky enough to experience, and I talk to people about that all the time when it comes to the idea of vacationing. So we've got a lot of friends giving us a lot of tours of ships, a lot of the talks that people need to hear before taking a vacation of that type as well. Lexo Motorsports, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. They happen to be a member, so I've got them on the wheel right away. Next up, because they dropped a Super Chat, is Wayne's World Unlimited. We always put Super Chatters on the screen right away in order, and then members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, like Holly's Adventures that I'm going to add right now. And after a little while, a long while, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list, but as long as everybody's meeting each other here in the chat, that's really what we're here for. Connecting with each other, getting a friendship started, knowing that we're here to support each other over the long term, not just the coming days and weeks, but hopefully months and maybe even eventually years. When we look at Wayne's World Unlimited, this is a fairly new channel to Tuber Chat. They've been here for a few times now. I'm super jealous because I see your Xbox. What I'm doing with myself right now, I promise you, I window shop just like everybody else, and I'll look online at stuff, and it's been a long while since I've bought an Xbox. I never got an Xbox One. I had a 360, and I don't nearly make enough time for gaming. But I've got a couple of classic consoles like a Gemini or the Genesis, and a couple of the Nintendo ones and a PlayStation one, this and that. But I've got a couple of unboxing videos, like review videos that are coming up. So I'm trying to motivate myself, and the idea is you have to review all of the products that have been sitting on your desk for a year or two before you can buy anything else. And then eventually, hopefully, I'll get an Xbox. But you've got an Xbox Series X here, and I'm looking at an S actually, and the reason why is just because my audience, I think, might relate to that very well. And then I'm still getting to know this channel, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That is a special playlist that I use just to keep caught up with creators and make sure I don't fall behind. 285 subscribers for Wayne's World Unlimited right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 300 that they're thinking about. They're an entertainment channel that hopes to put a smile on our face, so you certainly did with me right there. Hopefully that will continue. I'm sure it will. But thank you again for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And next up is Home Bartending with John. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream right now, then I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. It's D is in the house as a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. Susan, forgive me. I just made a mistake. I mixed up the order of the names on my the bottom of my wheel there. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch should have been up already, but I'll put them up in another second because they also dropped another super chat, as we can see. I hope I didn't make you do that because I missed it, but thank you for that. Another super chat, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I do appreciate that very much. But we'll be looking at their channel next. I didn't mean to miss that there. If anybody does see me make a mistake, Scratchin PPA probably catches 99% of them or more. But if somebody does notice that I make a mistake, if a super chatter doesn't get on the screen or if a member doesn't get put on the wheel right away, please don't be shy to give me a nudge in the chat or let one of our moderators know, because I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it. And Jeremy D-Day, I'm just adding to the wheel right now before we talk about what Home Bartending with John has got on their channel. And when this creator came into the Tuber Chat family, which now is, it's a long time. I should look back and see, because I know it's many months. I don't know if we're approaching a year yet. But Home Bartending with John is a channel that I found compelling as soon as I saw it, as soon as they came into our family here. And the reason why is because I worked in nightclubs and bars for most of my adult life. And I just find this elaborate home bar setup that John's got to be really something else. But he's also, he's also teaching us how to make some of the most popular cocktails. You don't have to have a bar quite as elaborate as what he's got here. He'll show us variations so we can make a couple of drinks that are quick and easy if we only have a few ingredients that we want to include, or he'll give us something more traditional that is possibly either a traditional recipe or something inspired by television or movies. Sometimes they'll talk to us, like Mad Men, for instance, talks about the old-fashioned, and Home Bartending with John graciously took that request from me and actually put it on his channel. He'll show us some popular things, and if we want something more rich and flavorful with a handful of different ingredients, he'll show us that as well. Holly's Adventures, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. I'm going to put your channel up right after the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. And, pardon me, I just need 1 second and I'll be right back. I think I must be allergic to live streaming or something. My allergies bother me the second I click the go live button. I'm fine all morning until then. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I know that Four Corners Custom Products came in. They're also dropping a super chat right now, so I'm going to put them on the list. They're going to be coming up shortly. Thank you for that. They've actually done that countless times. Four Corners Custom Products has been an incredibly generous supporter for a long time. And the Gaming Ham is here as well. They dropped a highlighted milestone message along with Four Corners. The Gaming Ham is now on the wheel. Of course, Mama Four Boys is dropping a highlighted milestone message as well, so thank you for that. They've been a member over a month already, so thank you for that. And when we look at Home Bartending with John, we see a lot more than the tutorials that I'm talking about. He also brings us how do I say? I don't want to say review videos because that's not quite it. But like, here's one that's a different idea. Best vodka. So he's going to go through a lot of the different popular brands of vodka and give us his opinion, right? Which is extremely helpful when we're thinking about purchasing these things for ourselves. He's also got, let me go through the videos here, a couple of videos like how to make different mocktails, right? These are non-alcoholic cocktails. And then as well, he'll do like, where's the 8 low-calorie cocktails? There's another video around here as well. An unboxing video to show us the tools that we need to keep a bar like this replenished. He takes us on a shopping trip and does a lot of reviews. So Home Bartending with John is constantly thinking about how to expand the content on the channel, but staying within his niche. I find the channel compelling. He's here every day and out supporting others all the time as well. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him, and we'd love to push him now on the road to 400 a little bit farther. Lexo Motorsports, thank you for the highlighted milestone message and that thumbs up. Those really do help, so thank you everybody for those. Let's get the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch up onto the screen. So Susan, again, my apologies. She is a dear friend and somebody who is always positive and always motivational or inspirational on her channel. And she enjoys having people connect as well. I've been lucky enough to catch her many times on live streams. And the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is another channel that I tend to group in with the homesteading channels, right? Because we see similar lessons and content on these channels, whether that is homesteading or gardening or ranching or camping, outdoor cooking, fishing. A lot of the outdoor channels, I say outdoor, but they actually bring us probably half indoor content as well. A lot of these creators are bringing us canning or crafting or other things that not only can be used to, let's say, save money, but they help us with self-sufficiency, preparedness. I'm probably better off saying value, getting value out of a lot of different things, right? Like here's a thrifty fun video. I haven't seen this yet. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list from the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. But, you know, when we're out, especially thinking about monetization for our channels and our businesses, wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of the revenue that's going to come in, not to mention whatever money everybody's already, you know, got coming in or making. It's something we all have to deal with, right? Food and money are like the two things we all have to have come in and out of our lives very quickly. But the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is a very kind-hearted soul. I was just overwhelmed by her generosity and kind words the other day. I caught her for a live stream, and she talks a lot about wanting to help people basically just understand what's going on in the world, as well as helping people in her channel like connect with each other and picking up more friends and family members. You can see like she's got a series of live streams here, and she's been calling it Let's Be Friends for a long time. You can see I catch her like as often as I can. 860 subscribers she's got right now. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 900 she's thinking about. I'm just gonna look through the about page here for a second. They're in Western Tennessee. They raise chickens, turkeys, and ducks. They do gardening, canning, arts and crafts, devotionals, thrifty fun, small channel shout-outs, and much more. I'm going to put this other video back into my catch-up list as well. Sometimes when I'm working on the computer, I think what happens is if I'm running a playlist, I run more videos than I watch, obviously, but if I'm running a playlist and I'm logging in and out of Windows, they don't catch, and you get this little sliver of a red line here, but I'm going to rerun that video so that I get you that extra couple of minutes of watch time there. But thank you again, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, for your super chats today. I really do appreciate that. And she's done that countless times. Holly's Adventures also has done this before. We'll get that channel up right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mentiontuber, chat, connect, and grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Sister Winnie's in the house, and that is our featured channel for today. I hope, Sister Winnie, that you'll go back afterwards and just watch the first 5 minutes of the stream so you can hear the wonderful things I've said about how supportive you've been to me and to us over all this time. And Holly's Adventures is up now with 354 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 that they're thinking about. Holly's Adventures is bringing us a lot of gameplay on their channel. A lot of Final Fantasy here. They mix things up. They recently went on a cruise and they brought us some content from that as well. I'm actually going to grab, let me see what I'm going to grab from you for a video to watch right now. I'm going to watch this NASA Bahamas video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will help me to just have another video to watch. More cruising content here. And I'm glad you were able to get this, you know. With us here on YouTube, of course, we're always going to want to push each other to film as much as we can. I understand when people are on vacation, you may not want to be filming like 16 hours a day or anything like that. But I'm sure everybody's grateful for the content that people are bringing as well, especially, you know, the last few years, vacations and things like that were down for a lot of people in a lot of places, if not everyone everywhere. So it's great that we have this content to look at now, and I know there's a big cruising community, so hopefully Holly's Adventures has gotten in with them as well. Praying Couple Cooking Series, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Old Man King Homestead is in the house. Thank you, Wayne's World Unlimited. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Next up is Four Corners Custom Products. Thank you again for your super chats. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but I'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. Susan A is coming up next. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Via Speaks Royally is in the house, and Charlene Heal is here as Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. Pardon me, so I've got them both on the wheel as they happen to be members. And then Four Corners Custom Products is an interesting channel. First of all, they're incredibly supportive. So when I'm out bouncing in between premieres and live streams as much as I can be, I run into them constantly supporting other creators as well. They are fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've got shorts, videos, and live streams. But what you're going to find on this channel more than anything else is the fact that they produce merchandise. So they print everything from hats to shirts to mugs to vinyl stickers to pretty much anything that can be printed. And it's wonderful that we have a channel like this that can show us the behind the scenes on how the merchandise is made, but then as well be used as a resource when it comes time to think about merchandise for our own channels as well. So 3,600 subscribers right now. You know, I say of channels of this size, there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what it must have taken to get to 3,000 and beyond. I say that all the time. And hopefully everybody will connect with them and see what I mean. Susan A is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. And then we are going to look at Mama 4 Boys, who's dropping a super chat for us. So thank you for that. You'll notice Bautissimo, my robot, comes in afterwards and drops a link every time that happens. Mama 4 Boys is, I'm going to get your channel ready to go. And we're going to talk about Susan A. This is another creator. Actually, both of these creators seem to be here every day, along with AnnMarie Love XX, too. I know who's early in the door today. Susan A has 225 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 300 that they're thinking about. And then Sweet Caramel Smile, thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, your channel will be up right after Mama 4 Boys, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another couple of minutes. And Susan A, so Mike and Rheanna Family Vlogs is saying this is a great channel. They've got a lot of shorts videos here. Hopefully these start to pick up for you as well. I'm just going to grab your latest video and put this into my catch-up list and hear what this parrot has to say. And then when I look at the live streams, this is something they may start doing. They put one up a few weeks ago, and then we'll see if that continues. But Susan A is here with us just about every single day since finding us a month or two ago now. And forgive me if it's longer, because it's feeling longer already. For some reason, I'm thinking 2 months, but it might be longer. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I'm sure you will, and especially getting the support back from them that I keep talking about, like with all of these creators I've put up on the screen so far. Mom of 4 Boys is coming up right now, so thank you again, Susan A. Thank you, Mom of 4 Boys, for your super chats. I really do appreciate that. Mom of 4, but we want to make sure we're getting the right channel. Mom of 4 Boys. And when we look for this channel, we see that we can match the avatar to make sure we've got the right one. So I'm going to do something here before we talk about their content. I'm going to show you a website called Social Blade. And if you haven't seen this already, Social Blade is a website that does a couple of things for free. So if I type in Mom of 4 Boys here, it's going to come up with the channel that we're looking at. This website can be a little bit fun to watch, or to look at, because what they do is give you some fun future projections on when you're going to get, like, you know, 100,000 views, or you're going to get your 1,000 subscribers and things like that. It's kind of cool. But I use it for a specific reason here. When we look at the live subscriber count, you'll see that I can take this window now, and I'm going to shrink it down, and we're going to leave it on the screen for a minute, because Mom of 4 Boys is now dangerously close to their 1,000 subscribers, and I have a feeling we should be able to get them there today. So if anybody hasn't already connected with them, they're an incredibly supportive creator, as you can see, not to mention a generous supporter. Rambling with the Brums, thank you for coming in. Thank you for being here. Another fellow Canadian from close to our nation's capital. She stole my thunder. Another fellow Canadian's in the house as well. Thank you for coming in. Rambling with the Brums is coming up right after Sweet Caramel Smile, and She Stole My Thunder will be added to the wheel because they happen to be a member. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And there you go. Yes, Old Man King Homestead. I've made the mistake a couple of times, even here in Tuber Chat. I don't know how many times. There was one channel, I forget the name of it now, but there was one channel I was putting up the wrong one for like probably weeks. I didn't mean to have done that, and then finally somebody must have noticed that it was the wrong channel, because even I, you know, I'm trying to rush. I find mistakes are always made when I rush. I don't know if you all find that as well. And if we just take the extra second to double check, then it helps. But it's very important that we search, find, and click on each other, so that in the case of like Mom of 4 Boys, eventually they'll come up #1 in the search results. And there you have it, 1,000 subscribers for Mom of 4 Boys. So thank you everybody for that. I hope that a few people who have not connected with them will continue right now, because we would love to see them get that 1,000 locked in and make sure that they don't lose that. You know, even I've had that happen. It happened here with Tuber Chat. We got our 1,000 subscribers, and then we had to go out to Happy Lux, one of our dear friends in another growth stream, to get back the 1,000 subscribers. But Mom of 4 Boys has got it right now, and you're going to find a lot of delicious looking content on this channel. And that's more than anything else. They do a little bit more in variety, but they're going to show you a lot of meal planning here, and a lot of things that we can make. Like, you know, the latest one I saw is this homemade hamburger helper, something that can be quick and easy, but maybe better than what we find in the box when we have it. But I don't mind that as well once in a while. But Mom of 4 Boys is going to help us with a lot of that, actually. And, like I said, incredibly supportive. Next up, Sweet Caramel Smile. Let's see what they've got going on. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Sweet Caramel Smile, I'm going to see what they've got on their About page. They're dangerously close to a milestone as well. They're going to hit their first 100 probably today. And forgive me, I don't want to jinx it, but we're close, right? Lisby Journey, good to see you here. If anybody hasn't already connected with Sweet Caramel Smile, we can see that this is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And this is a registered nurse, mother, wife, and a nutritionist with a passion for healthy living and cooking, with a culinary degree and a family that follows a vegan diet. They've developed a unique perspective on how to make delicious, nutritious meals that are both gluten-free and vegan. So interesting. And, you know, I think anybody could probably be served well to add a little bit of this into their diet, you know, when we're all thinking about healthier eating, healthier living. And Sweet Caramel Smile is on the road to the first 100, almost right there. They only need 2 more. And we know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. So, Sweet Caramel Smile, there you have it. Hopefully we'll see you with over 100 subscribers by the next time we stream. We're expecting to be here again late night. I'm in the Eastern time zone on Friday. We're on a road of every other day right now. Rambling with the Brums is coming up. This is Scott, and another fellow Canadian, like I was saying, who happens to be close to our nation's capital, and I was lucky to have spent a little bit time close to there. I'm hoping to get out there again, maybe actually just for a visit, for a change, instead of chasing content and things like that. And Nurse on the Run is talking about the CD. That was in the next video. That was in the video beside the one that I just grabbed. It's the second last video that they posted. Maybe I'll go and grab that again at some point as well. MLY Bird Farm, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then, oh, Lisby, thank you. Yes, AnnMarie Love XX was just reaching out, and that is Elizabeth. So Lisby, let me just get Lisby Journey. Let me get your channel ready to go. And thank you. That's an incredibly generous thing to have done. AnnMarie Love XX will be up right after Lisby Journey, but thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. And we're looking at Rambling with the Brums right now for the same reason. He's done that countless times. So thank you again, everybody, for this generous start to today's stream. Rambling with the Brums comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. So like a lot of others that I describe, he's going to bring us a lot of outdoor content, a lot of indoor content. There are lessons to be learned, stories to be told. What I find behind a lot of these creators is a mentality that speaks to wanting to share knowledge and resources with others and each other. And I think that's really cool because basically all of these creators seem to span outside of their niche or genres and are incredibly supportive. I see, you know, almost everybody here that I talk about. But Scott Rambling with the Brums is definitely an advocate for helping others grow, if that makes sense. So when you're on his channel, first of all, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members, especially in a Thursday series of live streams called Procrastination Thursday. He often features other creators, and he's got a big collaboration going on right now with Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, where they're putting together an Alaskan cruise that's going to leave out of Seattle in the summer, August actually, of 2025. So they're hoping to book 100 rooms with YouTubers. So it's going to be kind of the chance of a lifetime there, I think. Blackstorm Mobile Gaming, thank you so much for coming in, and thank you for that membership. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, I'm going to get your channel onto the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But as well as a gold member, what that means is that your channel, starting with the next stream on Friday, will be seen every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, as well as your link will be dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, with, as you'll see from our other gold members, starting on Friday again. Rambling with the Brums is now working on 1,600 subscribers. They are fully monetized, lots of ways to support them when we get there, including Superchatters and members. Of course, yes. Rambling with the Brums says YouTubers and supporters. Everyone is welcome, of course. I'm sure there will be a lot of supporters as well. See, here in Tuber Chat, this particular channel, every single subscriber is a YouTube channel owner. So it's a different thing. But for the 99.9% of other channels that are out there, you're going to have a mix, obviously, and everybody knows this. As your audiences are building, you're going to have supporters from all over the world in different areas, countries, regions, time zones, even some neighbors. And you know, it's really cool that you will find people who will be willing to support you, even if they're not YouTube channel owners, in ways that are far more generous than you could have imagined before you started. That's just a promise I tell you, because I can see the future based on what I've been through so far with a handful of channels for the last almost 6 years now. Lisby Journey is up here. This was generously donated by AnnMarie Love XX. She dropped a super chat for Lisby Journey so that we would put this channel up. So we'll see what she's got going on for today. She's got quite a few videos here. So maybe what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this playing 500 video and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me something to watch from you. They've got some shorts videos here, and some of these have got some activity on them, so hopefully that continues as well. When we get into the live streams, we see that this is happening often. A lot of game nights, and I love seeing family, you know, togetherness like this. I love seeing family game time and things like that. Even I've done a small amount of that with my own family at home. We tend to play poker, actually, just for fun, but we also play some of those games that are, I don't know if everybody's heard of Jackbox TV and things like that. They're similar games to what you find on Tori's Brain channel, and, you know, they can be kind of outlandish at times, but they can certainly be fun for everybody, you know, things like that. But I'm always happy to see that kind of thing. Nephew Austin D, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I believe you're here for the first time. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Lisa's Fun Finds, good to see you here as well. Thank you for coming in. I don't know if I can help my Terminator situation with the green screen. I've been fighting with this thing for a year now. I stream from 2 different locations most often, that's why. So I keep moving the equipment around. Eventually I'll stop that. Sup Rio, good to see you in the house. And Yellow Shirt Dad is here. Oh, thank you for coming in. And the Stock Explorer sending us another raid. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. The Stock Explorer's here as a member and a moderator. They were on right before. You know, like, so I Am Betty J Gathers was on at 9 o'clock this morning. For me, it's almost 11 now. And they, you know, the Stock Explorer was on. Now, here's the thing, like, you know, you build your friendships with creators, and it's going to become harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. I know sometimes in the very beginning, a lot of creators like to set up a schedule, and, you know, one person has Tuesday at 12, another person has Thursday at 3, and things like this, and you try to avoid going live at the same time. But eventually it starts to become impossible because everybody's growing communities that get too big, and we got to go when we got to go, right? So luckily the friendships that are built have everybody understanding and sharing, as you can see right now. The Jakota Carver, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. But the Stock Explorer was on and started actually 15 minutes, I think, or 45 minutes right before I was going to go on as well. But it's really their time. The Stock Explorer is on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, usually in the morning for those chats. But this is just, the reason why I say this is just to show you, you know, this is what you can expect for your future. If you're not already clashing with other creators, it's much better just to say, hey, listen, we've all got to do what we got to do. We're going to grow. Everybody's going to help each other and share. We talk each other up. We promote each other. And we give each other the nod, and hopefully when we're all at a place that we're really happy with YouTube, we will give each other the nod again, a handshake if you want to call it that, and everybody will congratulate each other, but we'll all be fine, I'm sure. Day1 Adventures. Yes, I did get you on the wheel. So forgive me, that's a bit of a long speech, but thank you again, the Stock Explorer. I really do appreciate that. And for your super chat, I really do appreciate that as well. Absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. AnnMarie Love XX is up right now. They dropped a super chat for Lisby Journeys. So thank you again for that extra generosity. Now, I've caught AnnMarie Love XX a few times in live streams. I've caught them cooking. And or I think there was one, was it a video that I watched that I keep talking about every day now that I said that I thought was an apartment tour? I could be wrong. They've got another... homemade chicken finger dinner. So I'm going to see what this is here. They've got some hauls, and it looks like they're going to help us understand how to get some value, whether it's couponing or looking for deals. So we'll learn from them here. They're doing some, giving some help in a, this looks like a, pardon me, charity or nonprofit organization. I talk about that stuff all the time, and I'm losing my words here. Hopefully I'll catch you for another live stream again shortly. But as you can see, AnnMarie Love XX, they've got some shorts here. Some of these have started to pick up, which is great as well. But this creator's posting all the time. They're fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And they are more than halfway on the road to 2,600 subscribers now. So I'm hoping we can get them a little bit farther. Life with Ron, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I caught them on a live stream last night. They were playing retro video games on a cocktail table arcade machine. I happen to have one of those things. One of the buttons is not quite broken, but not acting the way I wish it would. And I have not yet dug into the thing to fix it. I know it's a headache. I'm going to think about doing that. If I ever get it done, I'll make a video. But I might change out the buttons on that thing as well. I absolutely love the idea of arcade machines. That was a dream. I used to put mine in an ice cream shop for a little while. I put it in a couple places. I had a restaurant for a while, and I had an ice cream shop for a while, just to make a few dollars and try to pay it off. But it was kind of cool. I've just got it at home now for the family. Lark's Homesteadish, good to see you in the house. I see them out supporting people all the time as well. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. So the Stock Explorer, thank you again for a raid. That's an extremely generous thing to have done. We call it a raid because that's a term that comes from Twitch. We've all been doing it for a very long time. But YouTube recently gave us tools, and they call it live redirect, where what you're able to do is not just drop links for each other's channels, which is great because you send your audience over, especially when you've already got them. You can give a head start to the next stream or premiere that you're running into to help them out with views and retention and everything else. Mr. Timmy Ray the King, good to see you here. Glorious Platter, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And when we talk about the idea of live redirect, it's now a way that you can set people to automatically jump into each other's premieres and live streams if they have their autoplay button on. So some of us do, some of us don't. And what I'm talking about is if you're watching YouTube and every time a video ends, it just automatically jumps you into another video, usually switching channels, then that's the autoplay being on. Sometimes people turn them off. I have mine off because I don't want to run into, you know, I'm desperately trying to support all of our community as much as possible, so I don't want to spend too much time outside just happening to watch whatever, you know, channel with millions of subscribers YouTube throws us into. They don't really need the help from me. Truly Miracle, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I do watch a small amount of that when something comes up that I need to see, but I really prefer to watch all of our people whenever I can. And now, you know, Tuber Chat, I subscribe to well over 4,500 people. You can imagine that's a lot of channels to keep up with. And I do as much as I can, but I love the real world look that we give each other. of the world in the different things that we bring to the table in our YouTube content, if that makes sense. So the Stock Explorer, for instance, is going to bring us the stock markets and crypto markets in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They do that with everything from beginner tutorials to help us get down with the lingo to advanced topics where we talk about options, trading, and NFTs. There's a lot of friendly conversation in the midst on this channel as well, like the morning coffee chat that they just raided us from, and thank you again for that. And the Stock Explorer is going to bring us shorts, videos, and live streams. They often have product in hand when they're talking about some of the companies. Sometimes there are charts and graphs, but the friendly conversation can be any kind of a StreamYard panel, right into interviews. I was actually interviewed by them a few weeks ago, and we really had a friendly conversation about YouTube itself for a couple of hours, so you can search that out on their channel. As well, let's look at their second channel. This is Tropical Buzz. Now, they happen to be in Florida, so in the coming months they expect to be out growing a lot more different types of plant life and possibly peppers and different vegetation and things like that. Some of which is already there. They're going to talk about and educate us, but some of it they're going to grow. They've already gotten involved in seed swaps and things like that, which I know is big with a lot of the homesteading channels. So pardon me if I'm missing anybody in the chat. I know Gloria's Platter was here earlier or came through. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve is here. And thank you one more time, the Stock Explorer, who is the same creator behind Tropical Buzz, for the raid and the super chat. And Nora is a dear, dear friend. Cliff Hefner, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Mike and Rheanna Family Vlogs is up next. All right, we're back and looking at Mike and Rheanna family vlogs. These creators are aggressively working on their family vlog channel right now, and they're thinking about ways to expand their content, different kinds of things that they can go out and film that will entice the audience. But they're working a lot behind the scenes as well, and what I'm talking about is on things like tags, descriptions, and the things we have to deal with when we look at the analytics, which I hope everybody is looking at, because that's what's really going to help you with your YouTube journey. Even if you're somebody who is not necessarily a nerd and a geek like me, I love charts and graphs. I can stare at them all day, but I know not everybody can stand that. But if you read your analytics in the back of YouTube Studio, you will find patterns over time. And that can help you duplicate your own success. You're not always looking for what you're doing wrong. You're looking for what you can improve on. If somebody was to ask me, should we go and try to make some of our older videos that didn't get a lot of views get more views, or should we take our best performing views and push them, our best performing videos with views and push them harder, I would always say, then spend your time on your superstars. So you take your top 10% of videos and push them as hard as you can, because 10% bump in a video that's got 1,000 views is another 100 views, right? A 10% bump in a video with 10 views is just another view, if that makes sense. So it's just an idea, not saying I'm right. What I try not to do here is tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel, more so for us to discuss ideas. But Mike and Rheanna family vlogs are willing to share lessons learned along the way. They share with me graciously, and I appreciate that. Anybody can reach out any time. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time. Doesn't have to be questions. It can be if you think I can help with something, but I always enjoy getting to know creators. It helps me talk about your channel, as you can see, but then as well, I'm always appreciative to hear about anything that you notice in your own YouTube journeys, others as well, that can help us all do better for each other, if that makes sense. So thank you, everybody, for being here again. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming in. My Green Lawn is here, and we had a couple channels come in through the break, but I gave you a quick wave. And then there you go, 2 hours a week, sometimes more, staring at the analytics, Wayne's World United says, which is great. That's fantastic stuff. One of these days, I hope eventually to be able to get through some of that, either in live streams. We barely touch on it here just because we're moving so fast through promoting channels, but hopefully eventually I can do a better explanation of some of that stuff and show you some of the tips and tricks that I use myself to make videos move. I try to be very clear about what I have and have not accomplished, so that you can get an idea of the information you're getting while you're here. I like to call it information as opposed to advice, based on my own experience. But then again, the idea, like I said, is for all of us to share. I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. I have another channel I use to experiment and try different ideas with shorts, videos, streams, all kinds of stuff, so that I can really give every idea a try and then come to the conversation with a little bit of experience, and then we can all help each other. So a monetization update, I'm going to have to see what you might be talking about, the gaming ham. YouTube is talking about, today there was a flag on the inside of our YouTube studios that said that they've now implemented some of the changes they talked about in November. I wonder if that's what you mean, or if there's something new that I haven't seen yet. Jeremy D-Day's a creator that's been with me from the beginning. So he's been with Superchat since before it started. And it's one of the inspirational ideas behind creating this channel, which is just another growth stream, with the focus being on friendships. Because when I've been on YouTube for 5.5 years, but it was 2 years before I was introduced to the small YouTuber community, and I was overwhelmed by the generosity of so many creators like Jeremy D-Day, willing to support others in so many generous ways, far beyond what I would have expected. Now, Jeremy D-Day has 664 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards the 700 he's thinking about. He has 2 channels that bring us different sorts of variety. And on JD Night 7, this is where I know this creator best. They have been with TuberChat from the beginning. Like I said, they were with me for some Playlist Buddies experiments we were doing on my personal channel before we started streaming on TuberChat. He's now at almost 6,500 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. Let's spin the wheel. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Blackstorm Mobile Gaming is brand new to TuberChat today, and I wonder if this is a creator that we already know, or if this is somebody brand new to TuberChat for the first time altogether. Sometimes we have creators that start extra channels. Butler Family Farm was recently featured here on TuberChat. Today's featured channel is Sister Winnie. If anybody hasn't connected with them, I hope you will. Blackstorm Mobile Gaming came in today just blazing with generosity as a gold member, so thank you for that. I'm just going to set notifications for a couple things you've got going on here. What I'm recommending to everybody is set notifications for everything that we see, because it sends an engagement signal of interest into the YouTube algorithm. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your videos. I'll take this Shadow Fight for Arena, and I will put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list, I'll watch your video in full, I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We're trying for every other day right now. And we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Thank you, Sweet Caramel Smile. I have to rush through the speeches here. Sometimes they get more lengthy than they should, of course. But I wish we could talk a little bit farther. Actually, if you want to watch the first, if you have some time and wanted to go back and watch episode 100, 200, 300, or 400 of TuberChat, you'll actually see me with a friend of mine named Elevate with Vern. She's my YT BFF, and we're, somebody I was following for a while. We became dear friends. She's a neighbor from upstate New York, and she joined me on panel here. We did a different kind of live stream for the 100, 200, 300, 400 episode where we talk for 2 hours about YouTube and analytics and tips and tricks and things like that. So a lot of that information, even though it's starting to age, is very relevant. And then for episode 500, we just did a typical live stream with our first ever giveaway. So a little bit different. What the Flock, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Yes, we all have to do what we have to do, so I appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody could be here every day or for hours at a time when we're here. I still want you to be growing your channel when we're not here. But I do appreciate anybody coming in no matter how long it's been. Andre Southgate, good to see you in the house. He brings us prize fighting. Thank you for coming in. Scratchin PPA puts an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching. And what he'll do in his content is pit a couple of tickets against each other. We get the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow Scratchin PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. He also premieres with perfect consistency every single Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern without fail. Now, what you're going to find on top of the consistency there is a live chat that rolls faster than TuberChat and faster than most you've seen in the TuberChat family. It is very fast-paced, very high energy, and it makes that a lot of fun to be a part of as well. Now, Scratchin PPA is fully monetized. Super Chats are available when we get there, and when you can join us for that premiere, you'll find that it happens on Tuesdays, 12:15 Eastern. A lot of us even text each other and have alarms on our phones to make sure we don't miss it because he's so consistent. Now, you'll also notice that presentation is at the forefront of his mind. He's got a bright, beautiful avatar that matches the thumbnails, which include the content from each video, of course, and then a banner that's updated every week as well. And like I said, if you follow him on the outside social networks, you can take inspiration from how he uses those to bring fun into his channel as well. And Aacon 50, did you rename your channel, or is that a second channel from the same creator? I'm just curious. I think the avatar looks different. I wonder if you have more than one channel. Forgive me for not knowing. And then Scratchin PA, like I said, his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his first video well over 2 years ago. So I hope everybody will connect with him. He is a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, to say the least. Literally here every day, and literally here for the entire live stream every time, with only the exception of one, when he was getting his internet fixed. Imagine if somebody was out there that would support you 500 times. More than that. Much, much, much more. Because I'm only talking about one channel here. Scratchin PPA supports every single thing that I do. I don't know what on earth I may have done in life to deserve that, but for some reason God has introduced us, for which I am going to be eternally grateful. And Scratchin PPA has a birthday coming up next week, so we'll be looking forward to talking about that in the coming days as well. He's approaching 1,600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit closer right now. Fallen Arkansas veteran, Fallen Arkansas veterans. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Butler Family Farm, look at that luck. You came in not too long ago and already have come up on the wheel. We never know how long it's going to take, so I hope that the wheel brings fun, if not frustration, for everybody here at Tuber Chat. For the first, I forget if it was 35 or 40 episodes or something like that, we didn't have the wheel. We were only on for an hour and a half, and there was only 30 or 40 or maybe even 50 channels coming through, so we could get everybody on the screen. These days, the wheel was added in a couple of years ago to add some fun, like I said, if not frustration, and suspense into our streams. But hopefully you find that fun, if not frustrating. Butler Family Farm is here right now and has 714 subscribers. Ben Shan Games, what do you have going on? I'm just going to add them onto the wheel. Forgive me, I think they've been here for a while. I may not have added them already. Let me add Ben Shan Games onto the wheel. They are always thinking about new content for their channel as well. And Butler Family Farm on the screen right now. I see them out supporting others as well. They're here with us in Tuber Chat just about every day lately as well. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. When we look at their channel, we see live streams as well as shorts. Some of these have really moved, which is great, and hopefully that continues. Look at a couple of these here. Anything over 1,000 is fantastic, right? And then videos. I'm just going to take your latest cows and calves check. You know, I visit my father at least, actually a couple times a week lately, but he's watching a lot of television, not so much YouTube and this and that, but he will watch this show where these couple of shows where they've got vets going out to farms looking at a lot of the animals, and it's interesting to see a lot of things. So I'm just curious to see what you've got going on here, because I've been watching a little bit of that with him over the last couple of weeks, or several weeks actually, and have gained a new interest in some of this stuff. Butler Family Farm is in Missouri on 116 acres, so they've got a lot to show us, including cattle, goats, several donkeys, horses, llamas, and chickens. And then they also take us bowling, woodworking, some fiber crafts, including quilting, blacksmithing, and gardening, and some travel. as well. So a lot to be entertained by, as well as to learn on this channel. And Butler Family Farm obviously is a loyal and dedicated supporter, to say the least. Smallholder Homestead is coming in. I'm going to get them onto the wheel in a second. Cool Gamer's coming up right now. Cool Gamer's somebody who's been with us for quite a while now and makes frequent appearances here, but I run into them out supporting other creators all the time as well. I'm always happy to see when creators are supporting each other so wholeheartedly. Let me see if I can get to Cool Gamer without too much trouble here. Let me try a couple of tricks. When we're looking for channels, if they have really popular names like this, we can let YouTube know we're looking for a channel, and then we can use quotes around the name to sometimes get a better search result. So we're just going to try to look for the one that I'm subscribed to already right now and match the avatar when we pull up Cool Gamer. I'm going to have to see if they're still here. They've got a blue circle with a Windows logo in it. It's such a popular name. Now, when a channel has a really popular name like this, it's even more important that we search, find, and click on each other. Is this our... That's not our Cool Gamer. That's the same logo, but that's not it. When we search, find, and click on each other's channels, eventually we rise up the search results, and YouTube does a better job of predicting when we're looking for this particular Cool Gamer. I'm having such a hard time. It's an unbelievably popular name. It might be one of the most popular names on YouTube. I'm going to have to wait and see if they're still here. And if they are, then we'll put them up right away, but I'm going to skip over them right now. I have to use the go-to channel to get them. We'll do it if they're still here. Beverly Moffat, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Let's get Just Jason Keto up here right now. This is another creator that's going to help us with healthy eating and healthy living. And Just Jason Keto's been here every day lately for a long time. I've had some of this bubbly, if that's how they pronounce that. I didn't know there was a raspberry one. There's a few different flavors of this. They have it in our stores here in Canada. And, you know, it's basically, you know, carbonated water with some flavoring, but certainly not sugar, which is interesting. So Just Jason Keto is going to talk to us primarily about a keto diet, but he's going to give us tips and tricks, and I like to even say hacks, for getting more value out of some of the things we might be picking up, be it from grocery stores or health food stores and things like that. It's one thing when we see a packaging or see advertisements for things that might say, you know, this is for keto, this is for a keto diet, because I know it's very, very popular. It's another thing to understand what we're looking for and then be able to decipher the ingredients to try to figure out whether the stuff is actually, you know, going to be good for us and helpful. And Just Jason Keto can help us make sense of that. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I see them out supporting other creators all the time. 661 subscribers. Pardon me. They're also supporting other creators with StreamYard panels and things like that as well. And like I said, an incredibly supportive creator. Mr. Timmy Ray the King, thank you so much. I'm not sure if I said hello when you first came in. I know you've been here for a while. Oh, they're on their way to the doctor. So hopefully that's a good news that you get or have, or whatever you want to call it. Pardon me. I always want to try to dance around and not say the wrong thing, right? But, you know, going to the dentist, the doctor, and places like that may not always be bad news. I try to go and see them to prevent the bad news as much as possible. I'm going to look for Baron. Now this, okay, he's coming up actually in the search results for me, not too badly now. Baron I usually find by the handle. So just in case anybody has trouble looking for this channel with a popular name, I'm going to put them in the their handle in the chat. You can type that out or copy and paste it if you need to. Baron accidentally got you on the wheel twice there. I thought I didn't add it. I must add it twice. when we search, find, and click on each other, again, it really helps. But some of these channels can be extremely hard to find. When that's the case, I'll give you a hint as to how to get to them, but still in a helpful way. So Baron has 625 subscribers. They're here with us just about every single day. And Baron is bringing us shorts, videos, and live streams. But what often they do is bring shout-out videos for public figures, celebrities, and things like that. I'm going to take one of their latest gameplay videos and put this in my catch-up list. It's hard to keep caught up with them because they usually post multiple times a day. Actually, they're extremely active. Pardon me just for a second. We'll come back and spin the wheel. And let's get that done, and we'll see who's coming up next. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Ben Shan Games I added on the wheel twice as well, so look at that. Making mistakes all over the place. But I always say I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it, right? And there it is. And then I see another channel's come in. Araya's World, good to have you here. Thank you for coming in. And then hopefully everybody is enjoying meeting each other in the chat. Ben Shen Games actually brings us more than gameplay now. They are working on different ideas for their channel. They're doing a ton of live streaming, as you can see. They mix up the gameplay in a lot of these streams. They bring us shorts. Some of these are starting to pick up. And then they've also got a lot of videos. A lot of this is video gameplay, but you're starting to see a little bit of talking head video from Ben Shan Games, as well as like this bar chart race that's here, and a bit more variety. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. But Ben Shan Games is here with us every day as well. Another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, to say the least. So I'll spin the wheel. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Pardon me again for a second here. Day1 Adventures brings us travel and community events. So a lot of outdoor content here. And this is another creator that's here with us frequently. And then, yeah, Ben Shan Games was one of their latest live streams, I think it was, has a tribute to Star Trek, which is cool. I like both, Star Wars and Star Trek. Here, let's just have some fun in the chat today. We never do things like this, so let's be a little more fun today. Instead of saying which is your favorite, because some people may not like both, we'll say Star Wars. Star Wars always goes first, though. Star Wars, Star Trek. Here, I'll show you what I'm doing, too. I'm making a poll in the chat. Let's start over, so I'll show everybody how to do this. And thank you, everybody, for the reminders, for the thumbs up as well. So we're not doing too bad for time today, so I just want to play around a little bit. So let's hit the plus sign here. We can start a Q&A. We can start a poll. We'll start a poll. We'll say, which do you prefer? And then we'll say Star Wars and Star Trek. And you can add another option if you'd like to. So then we can say neither. We'll put an exclamation mark for that, because I'm sure if somebody's going to say neither, they're serious about it. And then I could say ask our community. So if everybody wants to answer that, that's just fun. Just nonsense for today. But we'll see. I have to say I prefer Star Wars over Trek, but I do enjoy both, actually. I'm way behind now, I think, in some of the stuff, too. Day1 Adventures is here bringing us travel and community events. and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They've got 410 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 500 that they're thinking about. Now, they're also bringing us some shorts videos, and I'm just digging through these for a second. Hopefully some of these start to really move for you. I see a few with a couple hundred views, which is great, and hopefully that continues. And then they've got their channel chopped into a lot of playlists. So playlists can be a great tool to help you keep caught up with creators, and it could be a wonderful addition for your viewers to be able to binge watch a lot of your content the way we might watch a Netflix or Amazon Prime show or something like that. Not instead, she stole my thunder. Not instead. But if they made a movie, if they made a Star Trek movie and a Star Wars movie, and you could only watch one of them at the same time, you have to pick one, I would go to the Star Wars instead of the Star Trek. But I would be upset that I missed the other one, because I would want to keep up with both, I would like to say. But thank you, everybody, for engaging that as well. We'll see what happens as that poll keeps up. Looks like Star Wars is in the lead right now, and that's for Ben Chan Games. You know what's funny, though? As I've gotten... I don't know how I'm about to say as I get older. I'm older than you think I am, but definitely young at heart for sure. But for the longest time, when I watch any kind of television or things like that, it's always very boring, slow-paced stuff. My favorite movies are things with no action, political dramas, and things like that. I'm kind of surprised, even when I say it, to hear myself say that. But I used to really love things. My favorite TV show of all time is 24. Lots of action in there. It's a combination, really. And then, you know, I've always liked the Star Wars movies. I was too young to catch Star Wars in the theater, but I think Empire Strikes Back is the first movie I remember going to the theater for. But there gives you a hint on how old I actually am. And let's see what Wayne's World has to say here. Oh, they love Star Trek. Interesting. But thank you, everybody, for that. So VS Speaks Royally is up here. In this channel, you're going to find a little bit of variety, both in shorts, videos, and live streams. But VS Speaks Royally most often will bring us content surrounding the royal family. And it's an interesting thing when I talk about this creator. You can see they're in a rapid growth spurt, and they are on their way towards 4,000 subscribers. They're going to be on the road very soon. We say you're on the road when you hit the 100, right? For a little while, after we get to like 10,000 subscribers, we start to just go by thousands. But VS Speaks Royally has been growing greatly, and one of the things you'll notice about this creator is when you get into their live streams, particularly when they're talking about the royal family, it is a very engaged conversation, a lot of opinion, and a lot of like talk going back and forth between viewers in the chat. Now, VS Speaks Royally does a great job of leading that conversation, but they also are found engaging in true conversation everywhere that they go, here in Tuber Chat and outside, and I'm always happy to see that. I put a lot of focus on conversation here in Tuber Chat. This is how, for anybody that's brand new today, this is how you get your channel on the wheel or the screen faster, by conversating with other creators more than anything else. But like I said, VS Speaks Royally is best known for leading conversation. They do expand into a bit more variety, like I was saying, but they are also well versed and up to date in their subject, which leads to a lively stream every time they're on. They're fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They're a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, to say the least. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then Sweet Caramel Smile, there certainly are. Now, one of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here is that over time I get to know the channels, and over weeks and months by watching streams and videos, I get to know the content. If you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm happy to learn from creators of all sizes every single day, and I like getting to know creators behind the channels as well, because it helps me with the stories and the promotion that I talk about here. Every time you're here in Tuber Chat, the story hopefully gets better every time your channel's on the screen, so that eventually I've got real stories to tell and can give people a real idea of what to expect when they get to your channel, at least through my own eyes. Thanks for the share of the Stock Explorer. Dark Swordsman Gaming has 123 subscribers. They bring us videos and live streams as well. A lot of gameplay. There's some more Final Fantasy there. Dead Space is something, I don't know if I've seen this except for in yours. Now, I might have run this. Like I said, I run a lot more videos than I watch, but this is how I can get through hundreds of videos a week, right? And not to mention live streams and premieres. Most of you have seen me bouncing in between as live streams and premieres as much as I can. Scratchin PPA is an example of somebody who's everywhere all the time. A lot of creators are here are out supporting people as much as they possibly can. But I wonder how many people are running videos as well. And swapping playlists is a great way to get a lot of that done. It helps with watch hours and things like that. Let's spin the wheel. And thank you, Wayne's World Unlimited. You're making me laugh in the chat. You're making me laugh now. But thank you for that. The Bud Files is coming up. These are modern-day archaeologists. What they seek to do in their content is uncover history and digitally preserve it. And then you can find them bringing shorts, videos, and live streams as well. And the last one that I watched from them, I think I saw a shorts video from them. One of your shorts, this one here, came up in my feed, and it was petting a snake. I was like, oh, I always wondered about that. I don't believe I've ever touched a snake, unless maybe a garter snake. I don't even know how to pronounce that word right. But I understand, like, they're not slimy. For some reason, I have in my mind that snakes are slimy, and I think they're not. But it's interesting. So, but that was just a fun thing. I don't watch a lot of shorts, but I've been posting a few more the last week or two just to kind of experiment with things. So I notice a lot more now. And what I'm talking about is you go, I'll come back to the Bud Files in a second, but when you go to your home feed, I'm on a computer all the time, but you'll see, like, down here, like, shorts. There, look, some more Tuber Chat creators are coming up there, which is cool. And then the Bud Files is here right now. I've got a premiere notification set for your newest video that's coming up later today in about 5.5 hours. And then as well, like I said, there's live streams, and then there's shorts. Now, they take us to abandoned places, ghost towns, graveyards, cemeteries, but a lot more places as well. They take us shopping. They bring us both indoors and outdoors. I've hung out with them while they've been playing games and things like that as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They're almost 1,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They're here with us in Tuber Chat almost every single day as well. MultiHunter 247, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Lisa J. Stocks is coming up right now. This is a creator who I believe originally found us through the Stock Explorer. She wants to help us with our budgeting and well, I shouldn't say budgeting, more as much as investing. So we've got a few financial channels that are going to help us maximize the value of either our revenue or income. And I'm always happy for this because I believe everybody needs as much financial information as possible. When I say, like, you know, money and food are the two things we all have to deal with coming in and out of our lives quickly. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could truly maximize the value of the income or revenue, especially when we're thinking about monetizing our channels or the businesses behind them? So Lisa J. Stocks is going to help us make sense of a lot of different ideas. And here, where dollar cost averaging is one video I keep talking about dividend stocks and things like that. I think everybody can be served well to learn as much as possible about the different aspects of investing or saving or generating income, even if you're not going to engage in all the different types, because the more information we have, the better it gives us the opportunity to make the right decisions for ourselves, whatever we're going to do. I'm just going to take a video here about Discord. I'm considering starting a Discord server for Tuber Chat. Up until now, I don't know if it's been something that's been a great idea. We do have a Facebook group. Everybody's free to post their videos there. We do have a subreddit. Anybody can post their videos there. And then I have a Twitter list that you can check out. Anybody who tweets or retweets for Tuber Chat gets added into that automatically by me, so that you can meet over 150 other creators that are here in Tuber Chat, active on Twitter, willing to share for others, because if they're willing to retweet for us, they're probably willing to do the same for you, and then you can trade some favors out there and get some more traffic coming in from Twitter. But I'm interested in seeing if Discord might be an idea. So I'm going to take a break for another 3 minutes. Let me spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. If anybody... if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. We're about halfway through the stream right now. When we come back, we'll go through some more channels, and I'll start adding some channels to the wheel from our chat list sooner than later. All right, we're back and looking at Dutch Fly 61. So pardon me for a second. That 3 minutes flew by pretty quick this time. Dutchfly61 is at 979 subscribed. I should know that from the other day because we've seen this channel growing. Smallholder Homestead, forgive me, I didn't put your channel on the wheel. I thought I was going to put it on the wheel earlier. I must have not done it, but I've got it on there now. And like I said, soon as we get down to about 5 or 6 names on the wheel, I'll start adding some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most active. I have a robot in the background keeping track of all that for me. Now, Dutchfly61 is going to hit 1,000 subscribers very soon. I don't want to jinx it for them, but we know that that's very, very close for them, which is great because they've been incredibly supportive here in Tuber Chat. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're going to help us make sense of some of the unexplained, especially what we're going to see in the sky. Now, they've got videos, and when we head over to shorts, this is something they might continue with. Their first one did very well, so that's great. And like I said, definitely a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They've even got one more subscriber just this last moment. So thank you for that. Let's spin the wheel, and we'll see who's coming up next. Smallholder Homestead will be the next channel that we're going to see. I wonder if there's an idea I can address. So I'm going to forgive me while I dance, because we always want to be delicate when we're talking about things that we're not an authority on, as a minimum, we'll say. But sometimes creators get to know each other, and that can be on outside social networks, right? And let's say you're talking about Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and other places. And it's great when creators want to connect with each other in different ways. We're here to build friendships. But the other thing we got to think about is the idea that, you know, everybody's got their different schedules, their different lives. Some people, you know, either work full-time or looking after families full-time, looking after a lot of farms and ranches from a lot of the channels that we've got here in the Tuber Chat family. And who knows, there's, you know, 50 million different reasons why people have the schedules they do behind the 50 million different channels on YouTube. But when we connect with other creators, I hope everybody will have patience with each other, even though it can be challenging at times. I certainly have not seen everything on YouTube, but I have seen enough to understand most of the typical things that we run into. And, you know, God has not chosen to create everybody equal. That can be either a positive or a negative thing, depending on how we want to look at it. And some of the things that we might look at as maybe trolling, even if we don't say that, I don't have a better way to put it, may not be trolling. Sometimes creators will do things online, and I say creators, but it could be anybody at all. It doesn't have to be YouTube, that are they're not in control of. Let's just say if you happen to get an abundant number of messages from a creator, they may not, you have to dig a little bit deeper to understand, wait a second, why am I getting like, you know, 45 messages from one person in a row? And I'm not exaggerating. The idea behind it, if you dig and you see, you might find that the person doing something like that, messaging so aggressively, may not be able to stop themselves from doing that. And we've seen that. And one of the reasons why is because in the internet, when we talk about all the social media platforms, there is no barrier to entry. Everybody's free to come in. Everybody's free to, you know, talk the way they want, behave the way they want, within reason. And that can be a good or a bad thing. It depends on every single issue that we're talking about one at a time. If you find yourself overwhelmed by a creator, I hope everybody will have patience with each other. What I have found is if I have somebody aggressively messaging me that I learn cannot stop themselves from doing that, they stop after a couple of days. And what I've found is that most, if not all, of the creators that I'm kind of alluding to here will not take it personal if they're ignored or blocked. Let's just say sometimes we find that kind of thing necessary. Hopefully few and far between, but it is possible. So forgive my dancing. You know, we always want to just be careful of the things we're saying. It's not about free speech and stuff like that. It's just about talking about core values and You know, different people have different things going on in their lives. They could be physically, they could be mentally, they could be emotionally, and everything in between. So it's just a thought, but I just want to let you know. So Smallholder Homestead is up here right now with 312 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this creator a little bit farther towards the 400 that they're thinking about. I'm just going to grab their latest video and put this into my catch-up list. We joke about the catch-up list here. It's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. One of our dear friends, Ghostly Winds from Australia, who's been with us a couple of years now, lovingly, jokingly named that list one day, so we keep that name just for fun. And they're here with us frequently as well. But playlists can be a wonderful tool. You can put an abundant number of videos into a playlist. I would recommend keeping them under 200. And the reason why is because I've been running playlists for creators, obviously, you know, for years and this and that, but I've been running playlists for creators lately, and once in a while you'll find somebody that's got more than 200 videos in a playlist. I think you can put 500. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. That used to be, I think, the max. But when you have a playlist more than 200, what can happen is if somebody's running the playlist, it will only count up to 200 videos. It will continue playing them afterwards. But if you had to, for whatever reason, stop running that playlist and go back to try to pick up where you left off and run it again, I find it difficult to go back to a video under the 200s or over the 200s, if that makes any sense at all. I don't know if it does the way I'm describing it. But anyway, I would limit playlists to 200 videos if you can, if you have that many. Literally, there are lots of creators here in the Superchat family that have that many. And swapping playlists is a great way to get watch hours boosted for your channel. It's also a great way, playlists can be a great way to chop up your channel into different themes or categories of videos. Even if you typically do things that are almost exactly the same all the time, there are ways that you can probably find, in 99% of cases, to chop up your videos into playlists that viewers will enjoy binge watching. So if somebody, for instance, liked a series of videos that you've done, or a specific type of video, they might want to watch a few of them in a row. You'll give them an opportunity. But they can be great for watch hours as well. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Smallholder Homestead is up right now with 312 subscribers. They've got a large family on a 1/4 acre homestead, and what they want to do is they'll inspire us in a spiritual way, but as well they want to show us how to engage in some of the homesteading activities we might consider, regardless of the size of the area we're working with. Truly Miracle is coming up next. We'll see what they've got going on. It always stops every other video. Yeah, Smallholder Homestead, I don't know what the trick is, why I'm able to get through. I can run playlists like literally for days at a time and have. One of the things is having the auto play on. I wonder if Scratchin PPA has an idea for that, if there's something I'm forgetting about how to get over that hump. There used to be these plugins for Chrome that do kind of autoplay. It stops the playlist from stopping, but it might just have to do with how much you're doing as well. And this is just a guess, so I'm literally grasping at straws when I say this. But the more playlists you run, YouTube might get a better idea of the idea that you're doing that. It also could depend on the device. I'm always using a computer. I happen to use Chrome most often, and the reason why is because Chrome is owned by Google, YouTube is owned by Google. Chances are they're going to work best together. But again, I'm just grasping at straws there. I use 4 different browsers at least. I use Opera, usually for things that are not mine. I use Firefox for running a lot of playlists. I use Chrome for my everyday work on my YouTube channels and for running playlists. And then there's other browsers out there, right, like Brave and Edge and Safari and things like that. Truly Miracle is up right now with over 1,000 subscribers and actually approaching 1,100. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They have got some shorts videos here that are really starting to pick up. pardon me, and then I can see I'm behind with your videos. I'm just going to take your latest one. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That should help me keep caught up, make sure I don't fall behind. And yeah, you've got some shorts that are really, really moving here, which is great. Truly Miracle is going to bring us a little bit of delicious looking content, but it looks like they're taking us outdoors as well. And eating, good times with viewers, mukbangs, commentary, and so much more. And Truly Miracle's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time as well. Fallen Arkansas veteran, likes Firefox. Yeah, I use a few. I'm lucky enough to have a computer that can handle running a few at a time without fail. But I also put the videos on the lowest quality also. So that's a big thing. I run them at 144. For those of you who know what that means, the quality in the videos that we watch. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. I've watched this video, but oh, so here, look, I must have been doing something before we started Tuber Chat today. I've got it on auto, but I usually knock the quality down on the videos when I'm running playlists. One of the things we always do is we leave the volume on. So we just put at the lowest setting, and we know that it works because I've been doing this for years, hundreds and hundreds of hours, thousands of hours probably in this and that. But we just do it anyway. We can't be 100% sure if turning the volume off affects whether the watch hours count or not. But because we're not sure, we just leave the volume on anyway. What I also would do is lower the volume on the device, right? And not have it completely off. But it seems to work. And there you go. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that that was a thing. Wayne's World Unlimited. They use Edge to build up Microsoft points to spend on Xbox, which is really cool. I'm glad for you to tell me that, too, especially when I have been window shopping for an Xbox. Fallen Arkansas Veterans is up here right now with 332 subscribers, and I like reading their About page when I talk about this channel. They are honoring Fallen Arkansas Veterans within a 60-mile area around where they live. They hold a ceremony each year and honor the families and the loved ones that they lost in the Vietnam War. So you can read more on their About page, and they're bringing us possibly live streams. They did one a month ago. They might pick those up. A few shorts are here, and then videos they're posting once or twice a week by the look of it. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. I'm gonna hit our poll here and see where we're at with Star Wars and Star Trek there. Jedi Cameron is coming up. Where did our poll go? Where's our results? There it is. Star Wars 65, Star Trek 20, and neither 13. Interesting. So thank you everybody for voting. Jedi Cameron is coming up right now. Let's see what this creator's got going on. This creator was known as Hyper Blitz. They changed their name, but we recognize the look almost of that avatar. I think they changed the avatar too, but similar. And when we look at their live streams, we see a lot of video gameplay more than anything else. They've done a few talking head videos, so we'll keep an eye on that. They've got a lot of shorts. Some of these are really starting to move. And then videos they're posting frequently. They just put one up today, so I'm going to get this one and put it in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up and make sure I don't fall behind with them. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. And we'll see what's happening with Charlene Heal. This is the same creator behind Conscious Business Services and Opportunities as well. And we'll see what they've got going on their channel for today. A Star Wars model. Charlene Heal is here bringing us wellness coaching. She is a powerhouse of energy and positivity, and is here with us frequently. She's always out supporting other creators as well, has been for a long time. She is fully monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and membership. She brings us live stream shorts and videos. I'm going to show you this creator's second channel. She's got 1,300 here, but when we look at Conscious Business Services, and Opportunities, we're going to see the second channel from this creator where she brings us wealth, spirituality, and entrepreneurship. The channels are meant to complement each other, and Charlene Heal obviously is the creator behind both of these. Now on the road towards 800 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther there as well. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. We'll see what Holly's Adventures has got going on, and it's getting very close to time for me to add some names to our wheel from our chat list. If anybody's mentioned something that you meant for me to see that I missed, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Holly's Adventures now has 354 subscribers, and did we look at this channel earlier? Yes, we did, because I said I took this NASA video and put it in my catch-up list. We'll spin again. We'll get another channel up here, and I'm going to organize my list. I've got a robot in the background called Bottissimo that keeps track of how active everybody is in the chat so that I know where to, what channels to add to the wheel when it's time. Shark Gaming Squad with Jory is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. Yellow Shirt Dad is coming up on the wheel right now. And Shark Gaming Squad with Jory has got 470 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 500 we know they're going to be thinking about. On the front page, we see a lot of shorts videos, but they've got some live streams here as well. One of them's brand new. I'm going to take this live stream. I'm probably going to run it as opposed to watching it, but because it's long, 2.5 hours. But I'm going to put this at the end of my catch-up list today, and then I'll make sure that I run that. We'll get you some watch time along with that as well. Let's spin the wheel. We're moving a little bit quicker now. And the Gaming Ham is going to come up. This is a creator who's here with us just about every single day as well. The Gaming Ham is an interesting name for a channel because this creator happens to be an advocate for the ham radio community and brings us a lot of video gameplay, particularly in live streams on their channels. Aacon 50, I'm going to get your channel onto the wheel. And if there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen yet, just please say anything at all in the chat and I'll get you on the wheel right away. The Gaming Ham has 266 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 300 that we're thinking about for them. When we look at their live streams, you'll see what I mean. They mix up a lot of video gameplay here. Mass Effect is there, Farming Simulator, why can't I remember for the life of me? Battlefield is there, Call of Duty, of course. I thought they played Kingdom Hearts. Am I mistaken? Marvel's Avengers. Yeah, maybe I'm mistaken, but that's okay. We've got a few channels that do a lot of gaming in the Tuber Chat family. So, shorts videos as well on this channel. They expanded their content recently into 3D printing, and they started a second channel. So, if I type in 3D Printing Wolf 1, and this is all one word. Well, maybe I misspelled it. Is it the 3D Printing Wolf 1? The 3D Printing Wolf 1. I'm going to type that into the chat for everybody. You can spell that out or copy and paste it if you'd like to. Pardon me. And then the 3D Printing Wolf 1 has got 18 subscribers. And this is where they've expanded their 3D printing content. And we'll see what else they're going to come up with. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Lexo Motorsports is going to come out. They are bringing a lot of speed on their channel. They've got dirt bikes. They've got ATVs. They're bringing us races. They've got a series that they call All Out Callouts on their combination on this channel. When we get into the videos, we get an idea of some of the things that they're doing. We don't have any area like this around me in Niagara Falls, Canada, where I could see this kind of thing. So this is really cool. Here's the all-out call-outs. I'm just going to grab another video from you. I know these are all very short, but I'm just going to grab this Yamaha Blaster video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That'll just give me something else to watch. And then aquarium videos as well they've got. When we look at this playlist, we see a lot of what they've got going on here. So that's interesting as well. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them, and let's get back to their channel just for a quick second here. And then we'd love to push them towards the 600 subscribers that they're thinking about. And again, if there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen yet, just please say anything at all, and I'll get you onto the wheel or the screen. There's MultiHunter 247. We'll get them onto the wheel in a second. She Stole My Thunder is from the Montreal area here in Canada, and I'm going to get her onto the screen right now. Now, She Stole My Thunder talks to us on their banner about reviewing books, art, and movies and more, but there's actually a lot more on the channel. They take us outdoors for a look around. There's some indoor content, stories to be told. I'm just going to take their latest video and put this in my catch-up list. They're posting like crazy, my goodness. Yeah, multiple times a week. I've got notifications on for the next couple of premieres. Those are coming up in the coming weeks. It's great that you've planned ahead. And you can see the variety in content that they've got here. They recently did something, pardon me, that I just want to mention. Quiet listener, thank you. I'm going to get you onto the wheel right now. She Stole My Thunder is now on the road to 1,400 subscribers. But one of the things that they did recently, I'm going to take this live stream and put it in my catch-up list for today. This is how to do thumbnails using Canva. So Canva, C-A-N-V-A, is a website and an app that's free that has tons and tons of templates and makes it very easy, whether you're a graphic designer or not, to make beautiful professional thumbnails, as you can see right here, which is cool. The gaming ham we looked at, I forgot to take them off the wheel. We'll spin again. We'll get another channel up here. She Stole My Thunder. I'm being silly here. She Stole My Thunder is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Has been for a long time, actually. And only about 8 hours away from me. 6 or 8 hours away, I think, actually. Quiet Listener is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on. She Stole My Thunder talked about the idea of possibly visiting Toronto at some point. If that's the case, hopefully we can get a meetup happening. Quiet Listeners here with 355 subscribers. They have been running us in the background. Now, I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, whether you're just coming by quickly to say hello or give a thumbs up, or if you're running the stream in the background, because I know we've got quite a few creators that do that as well. Quiet Listener now, like I said, is 355. We can push them towards the 400 that they're thinking about. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos, flute music and a short story. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. I can see I'm behind with you, but that will help me get caught up a little bit. Great to see that your shorts are picking up some activity here. This one's done great, right, with a few thousand views. And Quiet Listener is going to bring us a variety of relaxing content on their channel. Oh, I see you got StreamYard panel too. I hope I can catch one of those one of these days. Show and Tell series. That's really cool, actually. Yeah, hopefully I'll catch one of those. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Today we will literally get around to everybody. I did an experiment on today's live stream to see what would happen, but since we've slowed it down a little bit today, I'll get the opportunity to put everybody on the screen. It's a long time since we've been able to do that, so it's exciting. Mail call video I'm going to take from Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. Now, if you're really lucky, when you get to this channel, you'll catch Jen with a guitar in her hand. That happens often. Here's one here. But Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve has a lot of family togetherness on this channel. So it is a homesteading channel. They bring us both indoors and outdoors for activities or cooking, even outdoor cooking, actually, or a look around and stories to be told. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve supports on all of my channels, for which I'm grateful. She brings fun everywhere she goes, both in her content, here in Superchat, and everywhere else that I see her supporting other creators. So I hope everybody will connect with her. And and 844 subscribers. We'd love to push her towards the 900 we know that she's thinking about. So we'll spin the wheel. Oh, the experiment for today, what I did was started the live stream, but I set it much later than we were going to be on, right? Because I didn't want notifications to go out. And I know that that sounds ridiculous, but I'll explain my thinking in a second. Tuber Chat's been overwhelmingly busy. The channel's very strong and solid. I'm very grateful for how much everybody has helped that. But I want to try a lot of different things to see what's going to help, what's going to speed it up, what's going to slow it down. You know, we had a record day the other day. It was just overwhelming. We went for 3.5 hours and still couldn't even get close to getting everybody on the screen, right? It's been a long time since we've been able to do that. You can tell by the thumbs up today. We've hit like 100 every day for weeks now, not today. So what I did was I set the stream for 6 o'clock, but it was in the background as private. I never made it public until the moment I was about to go live. Now, when you go live, you're going to get notifications that go out. So we had a flood of channels come in right at the beginning. But 45 minutes into the stream, when I took the first break, I put it unlisted. So it's still here, and anybody that was in here will be able to use their back button on their browser or go back on their phone and should be able to get it. But it shouldn't be so overwhelmingly busy, and there was no 30-minute notifications to go out before the stream started. So as ridiculous as it might sound, why would somebody try to slow their live stream down? Here we're on episode number 540, and I don't expect anybody's going to remember this specific episode when we get to eventually, hopefully, 999 of these things, right? But the idea was to see what's going to happen. So today we're relying only on what little notifications did go out when the stream started and whatever shares have gone out from other creators. But you'll notice in the last couple of streams I've stopped asking for everybody to share as well. The Patrol Paranormal got you on the wheel. Time with Tiffy, I've got you on the wheel as well. Thank you for coming in. Time with Tiffy was recently featured, actually. Little Ridge Farm is up right now. This is Mark. This is a creator who's out supporting other creators all the time. And I've run into them constantly on other people's StreamYard panels. When you share your opinion and content with other creators on their channel, even though you are probably going to gain subscribers every time you visit somebody's other channel and share content in that way, I'm talking StreamYard panels and things like that, you are, I believe you're doing a service for them, changing the dynamic of the content on their channel while you're there, if that makes sense. So, hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to this channel. They've got an interesting story. Little Ridge Farm actually had their home burned down. They literally lost everything. And this is a story of a creator with incredible tenacity and perseverance who continues to be out and generously support other creators. They're here with us in Tuber Chat almost every single day. But I see them out supporting other creators all the time. And when I have walked in, you know, you bounce between premieres and live streams, hopefully, as often as you can. When you walk into a live stream, especially when there is a StreamYard panel of creators discussing any topic, you know, you walk in and you can catch the conversation at any point. I've literally walked in and caught this creator in the middle of saying, you know, things could be worse. There's a lot of people out there who have things worse than I do. And this is somebody who had their house burned down. And I'm not kidding. This is a serious story. You can see what I'm talking about when you get to their channel. They particularly talk about it in the live streams, but you'll get an idea when you get there. But there's a lot more to the channel. That's just a story I tell because it's so predominant as an idea. I'm going to take one of their latest videos. I'm just going to take this. I know it's short, but I'm just going to take this video for today, put it in my catch-up list so I can stay caught up. But hopefully we can push Little Ridge Farm a little bit closer to the 700 subscribers that they're thinking about. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get its D up onto the screen right now. And then we'll spin the wheel again. If anybody is still listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please mention or say anything at all in the chat, we'll get you on right away. It's D is here, and this is another creator that's going to help us with our finances, particularly talking about budgeting. So when we think about saving money, you know, there's two aspects to that. There's saving money as in saving money up for something, let's say, or they're saving money as in when you're out spending money, getting value by not overpaying for things or not paying more than is necessary. I absolutely believe in paying a fair price for anything, right? Certainly not being frugal is different than cheap, but certainly not being cheap, right? Especially if you have to have somebody perform a service or something. Nobody likes it when somebody, you know, come on, give me a deal, give me the best price. Can't you do a little bit better? And it's like, listen, if somebody does a good job for you, you'd probably be willing to buy them a sandwich. And so, you know, fighting over a few dollars in something like that, I don't think is necessary. But when it comes to purchasing things, you know, a lot of the big companies with groceries and things like that, they put out coupons. They show you that they can certainly afford to keep running and keep profiting, even though some of their products are going to be sold for a couple dollars less expensive than typically. I think that is a great idea. Money spent in the right places, I believe, is the most effective thing, right? So even in my own case, you know, I have a expensive computer now that I waited a long time to have, but the case which I keep it in is from the dollar store because it's the same rubber or plastic or whatever it is, and I don't have to pay $50 for a case for the computer to carry it around just to protect it from damage. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's the right thing to do, but I'm just saying that's an idea, right? And we all have to make our own decisions. But It's D is a channel that's going to help us understand how we can get more value for our money, especially when we're looking towards the future, right? When we think about mortgages, these can carry on forever. If I'm right about this, I'm certainly no authority, but I understand that in Japan, you can get a mortgage for 100 years. Can you even imagine signing up for a mortgage knowing that you're never actually going to see the end, likely not going to see the end of that mortgage, and you're going to be handing it down to generations past you that are going to end up having to pay that off? That's really something else. Now, I'm not saying I'm right. I don't even know if that's a true story. This is what I heard a long time ago. But anything's possible. And, you know, I live in southern Ontario. Toronto's a world-class city, and the average home price in Toronto surpassed $1 million a long time ago. So, you know, back in the 80s and 90s, when we might have thought the word millionaire meant something, it seems to be meaning a little bit less and less every single day. I knew something was up when the lottery changed. Our lottery, one of our Wednesday and Saturday lotteries, we call it Lotto 649. It used to be $2 million, and that was a lot of money, right? Whereas now $2 million in some cases is barely going to get the house paid off, and maybe the property taxes to go along with it, not even enough money to heat and feed the thing. But they raised that lottery a long time ago from 2 million to 5 million all at once, and I said, oh, something's really up here. But It's D can help us make sense of the money that we do have coming in, the money we hope to have coming in, and especially when we're thinking about monetization for our channels and the businesses behind them, I think it will be a wonderful world if we could all maximize the value of the money that we're talking about when we're thinking about these things. The Stock Explorer will help us with that as well. It's D is primarily going to help us with budgeting. Yellow Shirt Dad is coming up, and you know, I say it all the time here. Especially lately, I've been talking about the idea of running videos a lot more than watching. You know, I run as many as I can, and I watch as many as I can, but I do work full-time, and I have family obligations, and, you know, we all have only a limited amount of time we can spend, right? Everybody's a little bit different. But, oh yeah, no, I'd absolutely take 2 million, don't get me wrong, and I do play the lottery. If I was to give advice to somebody in their 20s right now, I'd say, please don't play the lottery. If you put that money in the bank, and get smart with it as you grow older, you will be able to do far better than what the lottery will pay. But at my age, those days are behind me, so it's not the worst idea in the world to just play the lottery for fun a little bit. Yellow Shirt Dad has 238 subscribers right now, and like I was saying, so I run more videos than I watch, of course, like probably a lot of people do, but with Yellow Shirt Dad, I sat yesterday and watched a couple of the videos. I just wanted to hear the jokes, and they'll give you a joke a day on Yellow Shirt Dad, and they'll bring a smile to your face. So Yellow Shirt Dad is somebody who just found the Tuber Chat family barely over a month ago, actually. It could be 2 months, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but they've been here almost every single day. The more important thing is that I see them out supporting other creators, and when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams, I run into them constantly. So it's wonderful to see somebody coming in blazing with so much generosity towards supporting other creators. But I wanted to see what they've got going on, and I'm happy that we have this creator in the Tuber Chat family, because there's a couple of channels, like Big Guinea Pig Love comes to mind, Michael's Adventures comes to mind. These couple of creators film a lot of wildlife and things like that. Krubby the Beagle's another example, where it's just something either fun or cute. There can't be any negativity to it, you know what I mean? And I think everybody can use a little either pick-me-up or positivity in the day. So this is great. Yes, Yellow Shirt Dad is definitely going to bring us dad-style jokes for sure. But I'm glad that I took the moment. It only takes a second, because most of his videos are quite short. As you can see, he's got shorts videos, but you also see most of the videos here are a minute or 2 minutes. Now, when connecting with this creator, please make sure, if you're connecting for the first time, that you're looking for a video over 3 minutes. I'm just going to scan through here. I'm pretty sure they've got a couple. I think they had a 5-minute one. Yeah, here it is. There's a 5-minute one here that I used to connect with. I'd pick the longest one possible, but as long as it's over 3 minutes, you should be okay. MultiHunter 247 is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on. It's been a while since we've had them on the screen, so I'm happy to get them up there now. If anybody's listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all, and we'll get you on there right away. MultiHunter 247 has 638 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 700 they're thinking about. There's a bit of variety on this channel, but more than anything else, they want to help us with preparedness and self-sufficiency. I'm just going to take your mail call and shoutouts video. It's a few minutes longer than the one after it here, the birthday party. I just want to get you those watch minutes, right? Nick and their channel is dedicated to hunting, but other random stuff at times. Actually, it's a lot more frequently than at times, but that's okay. Lots of shorts videos, and some of these are starting to really move, which is great. They've got a couple playlists for us, and obviously they've got one here ready to swap playlists. So if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Time with Tiffy is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on their channel. And I should get something else happening for us. Pardon me, Time with Tiffy. I'm going to come back to you in 1 second here. Let me get Ben Shan Games up here. They happen to be live right now, so I'm going to save that link, and I'm going to drop it here in the chat. We're going to go and raid into Ben Shan Games. He's a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. He's already live, so anybody can go over there whenever you'd like, but we'll go over there in another 10 minutes or so together and raid. I will leave Tuber Chat running for an extra 3 minutes like I always do, so that we can clean up our connections here before we go over to Ben Shan Games, but we'll be happy to raid them for the first time. And I've pinned that link so everybody can find it easily if you need to. We'll go over it together, and I'll set the redirect during the exit of the exit screen of the video here, this live stream. Time with Tiffy's up here, and this is a creator that's going to inspire us in a spiritual way more than anything else. There's indoor and outdoor content here. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos, put this in my catch-up list, and we featured this channel not too long ago. Now you can see that they've got 5,800 subscribers. You know, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have been through to get beyond beyond 3,000 in their YouTube journey. Time with Tiffy's had thousands of subscribers, I think, since even finding Superchat, as a matter of fact. But it's great to see them continue to grow, and they still come over as often as they can, which is great, and I appreciate it very much. And like I said, they were featured recently. Today's featured channel is Sister Winnie, another creator that's going to inspire us in a spiritual way. Aacon 50 is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. And I'll make a last call. If anybody hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just let me know. And we're a little bit shorter than usual in our stream today, so I just wanted to see how our experiment will work, but we'll see what we're going to do on Friday. I just always want to try different things, right? Aacon 50 has 479 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 500 that they're thinking about. They've got videos as well as shorts and live streams. I'll take your latest GTA 6 video here. This is interesting because I haven't seen any of the leaked footage. That must be it. Because they've talked about now the possibility of a female character being a part of Grand Theft Auto 6. We're probably still a couple years away. Somebody, I keep reading articles, but you never know what's true, and I've heard about maybe a 2024 or 2025 release date, but the trailer might be out within the next few months or something like that. We're hoping. They got hacked, apparently, and forgive me while I roll my eyes when I say that, because they certainly could have been, and I don't wish it on anybody, but you never know these days whether some of these things are publicity stunts as well to build hype. Rockstar, which is the company behind Grand Theft Auto, are incredible. They put out social media content 2 years before their releases come out. That's what they did for the last Red Dead Redemption. Anyway, I'm happy to see some Grand Theft Auto here. I have given that company way too much money. And then Assassin's Creed as well. We see some mixing up of the gameplay from Aacon 50. They're here with us frequently, actually. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We'll spin the wheel just for fun. The Patrol Paranormal is going to come up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. And forgive me if I didn't get to any channels. I do appreciate every moment everybody spends. Even if you're just running the stream in the background or coming by to give a thumbs up, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the way out. Give Ben Shan Games a thumbs up on the way in. I will drop that link again a couple of times. The Patrol Paranormal has 2,600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 2,700 they're going to be thinking about. I'll take their latest video and put this into my catch-up list so I can stay caught up with them. And then we see a lot of shorts videos from them as well. Hopefully these start to really move for you. I bet that they will if you keep that up as well. The Patrol Paranormal's been another long time loyal and dedicated supporter, to say the least. Thank you, Scratchin Pete PA and the Stock Explorer and our moderators. I really do appreciate the efforts that they make to help constantly keep Superchat rolling the way that it does, so smoothly and so fun for everybody. And I'll drop the link one more time. This is Ben Shan Games. We see them every day here in Superchat. They're live right now, and we'll go see what they've got going on their live stream. I'll see everybody over there in 3 minutes. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.